Ooh. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little Manchester United preview for you for the game tomorrow taking place at Old Trafford just after midday. In the Premier League against Southampton. How you all doing, guys? How you all doing tonight? Thank you for getting in here. Sorry to keep you waiting a few minutes. A couple of technical issues, as there usually is, but we are here underway to get into the game, give you all the latest United news, and show you the latest team news, lineups, predictions, and all that good stuff. We're going to get into it all in this show. Do us a favor at the start of this stream. Smash that like button. Give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this to 100 likes. And get yourself subscribed. Get yourself in the chat. Have your say. If you're on catch up later, get down below in the comment section and get involved with your thoughts and opinions about anything we have discussed in this video. Shout out to everybody in here as well. Ibsidat, what's going on? Johnny Gallagher, Olsen, Logan, Owen Dawn, Madhouse, Damien Michael, Haroli, you bloody legend. Hope you're doing well. Chrissy Jays as well is in here as well. Get in there, everybody. Cherry Pie, thank you for getting in here. We will be getting in and out the live chat as we go along, so do have your say. Get involved. We'll probably get a poll up as well in a bit as well, to get your thoughts on maybe who should be starting in a certain position. You might be able to predict what's coming. But I mean, let's get on with the show, guys. Thank you for joining us. Let's be having you. Come on, United. Obviously, a shocking couple of results recently. Getting knocked out the FA Cup to Middlesbrough. And of course, the draw against Burnley last time around was a shocker. Maybe we did get stitched up by the officials. I think that's definitely true. But also, you know, we just weren't good enough as a team. We've got to step up. We've got to do better this time around. Southampton on the back of a really good victory against Spuds. They'll be confident. They'll be feeling like maybe they can come to Old Trafford and cause an upset. It's not like it's been a fortress recently, you know, under, well, Ollie or under Ralph Rangnick. So, you know, United going to have to turn up and put in a really good performance to beat this Southampton team, to be fair. You know, they will be a stern test. And United are going to have to sort their bloody lives out and play like a Manchester United team. We've got to get the win, whichever way you look at it. In terms of performance, I guess that is secondary. I would like to see a good performance from this United team, though. We're long overdue one, aren't we? Like a proper swashbuckling, attacking football performance by Manchester United is what I would like to see. It's not been coming very easy at the moment. But let's get into the team news then. So Ralph Rangnick has given us an update today. It's on manunited.com. Ralph's squad update for the Saints visit. So just in terms of team news, who's available, who's not available, there's only a few players who are not available for this one. Eric Bailly is still out with a swollen ankle, which is gash news, really, because we could have definitely done with him coming in for the slab. Nemanja Matic has also got a shin issue, and he will be out as well. And in regards to Alex Telles, it's expected that he may feature, but we'll have to wait and see in regards to whether or not he's starting. But he has resumed training. These are quotes from Rangnick. He said Alex resumed training yesterday. He might be available. I'll have to speak to him after training today about how he feels, because he was out for 1.5, almost 2 weeks. But he took part in training yesterday. Now, we know that Alex Telles is Ralph Rangnick's probably favoured left back. Well, we don't really know that. But I think that based on how much he selected him, and actually Telles has done well. And I think we've missed Telles whenever Shaw's gone in. And that's no disrespect to Shaw, because Shaw was one of our best players last season. But it's this season. And Luke Shaw's been pretty Billy Bang average all freaking season long. And so, come on. Yeah, Telles is the one for me. I'll ask you in the live chat, guys. Let's just say they're both fit. Who would you start at left back? Let me know. Shaw or Telles? There's no wrong answer here. They're both good players. They're both not, you know, insane, like they don't pick themselves, you know, they've got to fight for their place and compete with each other. So who would you prefer at left back then? Let's see what you're saying. Callum Gill says Luke Shaw. Telles definitely says 133. Telles says Johnny. Palmerius says the Vutine. How are you doing there, Vuti and Johnny lads? CJ's Buddy says Telles. Shaw. Telles. Most people saying Telles then. So right now, based in this moment in time, Ralph Rangnick's setup, Ralph Rangnick's team, I think Telles is better. Now, obviously, last season, Shaw was amazing. Different manager, different season, different tactics, etc. Right now, though, for what we've been trying to do, I think Telles looks better in what we've been doing. But then again, last time out, Shaw did create a lot of chances, right? And he did get himself an assist. So you can't really say anything other than he's been doing okay. But defensively, I'm not so sure, mate. All at sea. Now, what I would say about Luke Shaw is maybe it doesn't help having a complete fucking concrete pillar of a man next to you in the Slabbington Maguire. Because let's face it, if you've got that guy next to you, you're always going to be concerned, you always be worried about leaving holes, and you've probably been made to look shitter than you actually are because you've got a human fridge playing at the back who's letting absolutely everything past. So that is definitely true. By the way, guys, at the start of this stream, I forgot to say, didn't I? At the start of the stream, smash the thumbs up and get involved. Oh, I did say that. Well, I'll say it again. He also went on to say this. The 3 players who will not be available tomorrow are still Eric Bailly, Fred, obviously because he was still testing positive, and Nemanja Matic. He has some problems with his shin. So Fred is definitely out as well. Teller's back into it after isolating, etc. But Fred's still testing positive for the COVID. So he is not in the proceedings tomorrow, which in my opinion is no loss. We talked about this. Fred's a decent squad player for us. He is decent. A game against Southampton, he could come and do a job, I'm sure. He does play for Brazil, for fuck's sake. How bad can he really be? But just in terms of is he a big loss for Manchester United not having him in the team? Nah, not really. We can just play Scotty McTominay, who's also bang average. You know what I mean? Paul Pogba's come back fit now, so hopefully he'll be starting the team. But this is what Ralph said. He says he has been having these problems for the last couple of days, almost a week. He was still available, but then he couldn't train for the last 2 training sessions, and he also won't train today. Those are the 3 players that are not available. I'm not too sure if he means Matic or Fred there, but either way, all of those players are out. Bailly, Matic and Fred will not be featuring in the game. In terms of Southampton team news, I mean, who cares? But but this is my predicted lineup. Let's get on to the lineups, guys, and who may play, who may not play. Who knows? It depends what system Rangnick plays. He might play the 4-2-2-2 German penis formation. He also might play this 4-2-3-1 formation, or lo and behold, he might play something a little bit fresh and original. We'll see. Personally, think it'll be the 4-2-3-1 formation. And let's have a look at this lineup, which we have predicted here. Now, we're going to get onto the human slabinator, Slabby Maguire, in a minute. This is the lineup that I'm predicting. They call me Mystic Pig because I predict these things. So we are definitely feeling like he will drop Maguire. Now, the reason I say he will drop Maguire is because how could you not drop Maguire based on what this clown has done, mate? He might as well be calling himself fucking Bozo, this guy. There's no way you can select this clown in your team tomorrow after the performance that he put in last time out, or all the performances that he's put in all bloody season long, guys. So from my point of view, if Rangnick does select Maguire tomorrow, he's a bloody clown. And in all fairness, guys, I mean, I can't defend that selection if that happens. Now, fair enough, maybe there's something going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about. But I'd rather anybody start at centre-back alongside Raphael Varane than Slabby Maguire tomorrow, which is why I've banged Lindo in there. You could also have put maybe Phil No Bones Jones in. I would have welcomed that too. I would welcome that. If Phil No Bones Jones gets the start and the nod alongside Varane, I will welcome it, because I think he's a better option right now than Harry Maguire, who's proven to be shite. Now, he's a decent standard. He's been great for England. He's great against San Marino, but when it actually comes down to it in the Premier League for Manchester United, we know that he makes shitloads of errors. We know that he's slow as a damn rock. And unfortunately, if you're not really mentally ahead of the game in terms of positioning, in terms of lunging in for your tackles, in terms of one-on-one defending, aerial clearances, etc., if you're not one step ahead in your brain, then how can you be one step ahead when you're slower than everybody else on the damn pitch? Like, he's not quicker in his brain, and he's also not quicker on the pitch. So I don't really understand. That's the problem here. He's just not quite a good enough standard player for Manchester United, yet we somehow got conned into paying 80 million smackaroos for this guy, and now there's almost some sort of weird necessity or some obligation almost to play him. There's big talks about, is there some sort of clause in Harry Maguire's contract that would suggest that he has to be playing if he's fit? Like, is there a clause in his contract? And I would say, how could there possibly be a clause in his contract when this guy has played for Leicester City, Sheffield United, and Hull City? How can we give that guy a clause to say, yes, you are starting every game? I know he signed a new contract when he was at the club, but fucking hell, really? That's how low our standards have dropped, that we've got a must starter in the slab? No, I can't see that. I don't even think players like fucking Cristiano Ronaldo would have that, let alone the human slabinator. So I really do believe that, gashest superhero ever, by the way. You know what I mean? He's the gashest superhero ever. His only superpower is being able to sink very quickly to the bottom of the ocean. That is the only superpower Harry Maguire has in terms of the human slab. But let's be real. From Man United's point of view as a captain, he's not a leader. He's not been consistent enough to really warrant having the armband, because I believe if you've got that position at United where you're the captain, you have to go out there and you have to be the man. You've got to be one of the consistent performers. You've got to be one of the one that's rallying the troops, that's leading by example, that's setting a standard and sticking to that standard and increasing the standards of the players around you. Unfortunately, it's the opposite for Slabby Maguire. He's like a talent vacuum as captain. He just seems to suck the life out of everyone. Everyone seems to get lowered to his absolutely gastastic slab standard. And, I love a bit of the slab banter as much as the next person, but this is getting fucking ridiculous now. Just, he's got to be dropped. Based on sheer performances alone, based on letting the armband down. We've talked about who's been the best captains at United over the years. People like Robbo, people like Keano. Fucking hell. I mean, Harry Maguire's not fit to fucking hand the laces to the fucking boot boy to lace the boots of those guys. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely levels that we have not reached for years here, but so having somebody like Harry Maguire as your captain is only setting a standard of mediocrity at the football club. Slabby Maguire out. Yes, CCR, get your hashtag Maguire outs in the live chat. Listen, I don't like hating on Manchester United players, I honestly don't. But when I see something as clear as his talent not being good enough at Manchester United to actually be our captain and be our starting centre-back, I have to tell you, and I have to give you my opinion. That's what this channel is. We give you my opinion on Manchester United. My opinion is he's absolutely gastastically wank, and it's time we fucking got rid of him. Honestly, we need to sell him off to whoever will take him in the summer. I would like to see a swap deal done with Leicester for Tielemans, or maybe even a cheeky little bit of Wilfred Ndidi action. We can dream, can't we? Maybe they're foolish enough to want that guy back. But for United, he's not up to the standard. We might have spent 80 million on the quid, 8 million quid on the guy, I should say, but we've been robbed. We've been bent over by Leicester City there, and it's not worked out. And we can't just keep playing him just because he did cost us £80 million. What sort of logic is that? If he's not good enough, whether he cost £1 or whether he cost £80 million or £800 million, it doesn't matter if they turn out to be a flop, if they turn out to be gash, if they turn out to be consistently underperforming for years. You've got to make way. You've got to cut your losses. You've got to admit defeat, and you've got to stop having the fucking ego that our board seems to have. Our board just seems to have some crazy ego about getting these players in and not being willing to be seen selling these off at a much cheaper price than they paid them for. You just got to do it because you've made a flop. You've made an error in your acquisitions there. You've bottled it. So admit it, sell them off, and we can move on as a club. Otherwise, we're just going to, have some weird obligation to play this guy for the next couple of seasons, even though he's shit. I don't get it. Swap deal with Zuma, says Scott Mack. Oh, my goodness me. Chrissy J says, swap cement head for Basuma with Brighton at this level. Mate, fair play to you. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this earlier. Right, so... look at this. So this is just a couple of hours ago, 8:38, an hour ago or so, from Fab, and it's just an update on Tielemans. He says, I've been told Yuri Tielemans will not extend his contract with Leicester. New deal bid has been turned down. Currently his contract expires in 2023. Of course, Yuri will be professional. He's focused on Leicester. Many top clubs want him for June. So this guy is definitely a player that we should have actually looked at signing in the summer. Any of those host of 5 or 10 midfielders that we talked a lot about over the last year that could have come in and done a good job for us in the middle of the park. This is somebody that maybe we should try and go and get. And we have got a little bit of a bargaining chip. Maybe it's not a bargaining chip, but we do have Slabby Maguire, who could maybe go in the opposite direction. That's all I'm saying. Now, it seems like Tielemans is playing a little bit hardball. Maybe he's trying to get a big contract offer from Leicester. Or maybe he does genuinely want to leave the club for a big money move, and Leicester might look to cash in the summer. Regardless of whether we're looking at including Slabby Maguire in the deal or not, somebody like Tielemans would be the perfect fit for United right now because we've got shite midfielders, and he's a good midfielder. I mean, I've said this countless times. All we need is Leicester City's midfield. We just need it in Ndidi, and we just need Tielemans. And we'd be a much better team overnight. The forward line in terms of talents, okay, maybe not in terms of clicking and actually being a good team, but in terms of talents is there. The back line, even with fucking the slab in there, it's not the worst back line. It's one of the best back lines. You've got Varane, you've got a bit of depth there with Tellers and Shaw, Dallo and Wan-Bissaka, and the centre-back, it's a bit gash, but we've got some centre-backs, right? So, but the real problem area is the midfield. So Tielemans would be great. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to see Tielemans sign for Manchester United in the summer, maybe. I'm just holding out hope that United will have the bottle to go and do something like that. His contract is running down next summer, so just under 18 months left on his deal, which means that his his price tag is dwindling by the day. You know, they can't ask for £60 million for somebody that can leave in a year when it gets to the summer. So definitely it's a possible one. It's a probable one, I would say, because in terms of what it represents for value and what we get, he would be pretty good. Bell 6-9 says Ndidi over Tielemans. Great shout. I also really rate Wilfred Ndidi as well. I think it's perfect for what we need. It's somebody like a midfield destroyer there to come and win the ball, get us going, athletic, dominant, strong, etc. Definitely agree. Hey, cool homies, Bell 691, Jonathan Gallagher, absolute bunch of legends. Mark Ashton, how you doing? Naz, thank you very much, everyone, for getting in here. So lots of you would like to see Tielemans. I'm good, 21 Nick P. How you doing there, boss? Thank you, everyone, for joining. 174, you legends. Get involved in the chat, everyone. Smash that like button on the video. Let's get this to 150 likes. And also hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We're on here giving you all the latest United news daily, so get in there. Right, so in regards to Tielemans, I think that, hey, it's interesting that just came out this evening about an hour ago that Fab, is aware of information that Tielemans not really keen on signing a new deal with a host of clubs interested in him in the summer. So I can hold out some hope that United might sign him because I do think he's a classy player, to be fair. Right. Okay, then. So let's get on to form, team news, etc. as well. Just in regards to who we've got out, in case you're just getting in. Alex Tellers is doubtful. I know I've put in my team lineup there. By the way, I didn't even really go through the team lineup. I was just slagging off Harry Maguire, wasn't I? But De Gea, I've gone with Tellers. If he's fit, I'd like to see Tellers. He probably won't be. It'll probably be Shaw. But I've just gone with Tellers for the bounce. Lindelof, Varane, Dallo, who's played really well recently. Even in the last game when we were kind of shy, I thought he was still one of the more positive players on the pitch for us. Pogba in the middle. Let's talk about Pogba for a second. Pogba, is he back? He put in a really nice finish in the last game, scored our goal. Good stuff from him. He has looked decent in the last couple of games without ever really truly excelling or shining, but he has just come back from a long-term injury out. So considering the first couple of games out back, I'd say he's doing pretty well so far. I'd like to see him continue this, even improve upon the last couple of performances and run the show against Southampton. We know he's capable of it. If he turns up and he's on it and he's on his, A game, he's as good as anybody in the world. So let's see a big performance by Paul Pogba tomorrow. Come on. And then next to him, we've got Scott McTominay. In my opinion, he's just who's available right now. Fred's got COVID. Matic is injured. It's got to be McTominay and Pogba. And now we're crying out, why the hell did we get rid of Donny van de Beek to go and sit on Everton's bench when we could have actually done with this guy? So, oh my goodness me, what a bunch of piss-poor planning. PPP. Piss-poor planning, piss-poor performance here from Man United in the whole of 2022 so far. Right, so, and then Ronaldo, I think, is going to start up there. Bruno, Rashford, Sancho, I've gone with that. Maybe Elanga gets in there, but we've gone with that. Ronaldo starts, guys. That's my humble opinion. You look at the last game, Cavani started. Cavani didn't offer any more than Ronaldo, really. People were calling for Ronaldo to be dropped. And fair enough, he did play 120 minutes the game before, so I can understand why Rangnick didn't start him. But it's not like Cavani did all that much coming in to replace him, really. He has sort of a meandering game as well, by his standards. Cavani, though, only just coming back from a little time out himself as well. Takes a little bit of time to get back. But for this game, it's got to be Ronaldo starting. And I want to see him getting a cheeky little soo or two in the game. It's got to come, hasn't it? He's what? Is it 5 games now he hasn't scored? That is not good enough for anybody at Manchester United, let alone the GOAT Ronaldo. He'll be disgusted with that record. And he'll be trying to put that right tomorrow, definitely against Southampton if he's playing. I think a hungry Cristiano Ronaldo is a very dangerous Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's face it, this guy's always hungry when he's on the pitch anyway. It's not like he's fanning around. He's super determined. But with somebody with a point to prove, somebody who knows he's in a bit of bad form, who needs to get back on the right track, he's a dangerous animal. He's a wounded animal right now. And Southampton better watch themselves, because I think if we can get in the service tomorrow, Ronaldo's going to get himself several goals. I really do believe it. There's got to be a moment where it culminates in, this is it. The reaction, here it is. We've been shit for this amount of time, and boom, here we are for the world to see, and we're going to put in a good performance. And I think Ronaldo's going to be on the top end of that. In regards to, CR7 will come out angry, says Mark Wallace. You can see him frustrated. You can see him going down the tunnel. You can see him disgusted at the end of the game with his own performance, with the team results. And some may see it as petulant. Some may see it as having ego. Some may see it as being maybe like disrespectful to fans or something like that. I personally just think that he's a super competitive individual, and when it doesn't go his way, it hurts him. He's so frustrated and angry inside. It's like he just has to get the fuck out of there. I honestly believe that he cares more about it than pretty much anybody else. The effort that he's put in throughout his career would suggest that is the case. So I do think Ronaldo will come good. I think he'll come in there with a vengeance, come back with a vengeance tomorrow, and it'll be a good performance for him. But we'll have to wait and see. Johnny says the weakest link in Pigo's formation is Rashford, unfortunately. Okay, well, we could see Elanga come in. Rashford needs to get himself firing, bro. He's been absolutely bang average this season overall. He come back from injury. He needs to get on the form train as well. Hey, Herodi says, with a draw and the way they played against Burnley, do you really think they can beat an informed Saints? I do, Herodi, because we are Manchester United and we should be beating Southampton, shouldn't we? Now, I know what you're saying, though. We couldn't even beat Middlesbrough in the Cup. We couldn't even beat Burnley, who were shite, and bottom of the table at the time, But I do think that, at the end of the day, we've got the talents to dispatch of a team like Southampton, who are in good form right now. Let me just get the form guide up and show you. You've brought up a good point. I mean, in terms of the form of the two teams, Manchester United's Premier League form over the last 6 games is a win, a loss, a draw, a win, and a draw. So 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss out of the last 6. Southampton's Premier League form is exactly the same. So the last 6 games, it's in a different order, but it's exactly the same. 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. So we've got exactly the same current form going into this game as Southampton do, really, in the Premier League. So, and actually, if you go into all competitions, they extend that to 4 wins out of 6 in all competitions, and we still remain at 3 with that gash loss to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. So actually, in terms of form, Southampton, if anything, yeah, you're right. They are the form team. They are an informed team, and they are dangerous. But I still believe Manchester United will turn up and come out firing and batter them. So for that reason, I do think they'll score. And I think if Slabbing Maguire starts, then we'll probably concede a couple because he's absolutely gash. I'm going for 3-1 to Manchester United. 3-1, guys. Get your score predictions in the live chat. Let us know what you guys are thinking. I'm going to go 3-1. I think Ronaldo gets a brace. And I'm also going to say Bruno Fernandes gets on the score sheet as well. So I'm going 3-1 to Manchester United, guys. I think we'll concede because Southampton are in form at the moment. And we've been shite stopping the opposition from scoring. Leo Rose says, it's past your bedtime. There's a good lad. How you doing there, Leo Rose? Maguire shouldn't be in the starting 11. I could not agree with you more as well, Christian Bennett. Maguire is a waste man for this Manchester United team, mate. We talk about him being a fridge. I think it would be more effective if you did put a fucking fridge in there in the area. It's going to divert the ball sometimes. At least it's a big unit. It's not going to give away loads of fouls either. I think I would rather have a fridge. But Slabbing Maguire is there, especially for the price involved. When you talk about value for money, crikey. That's the most expensive fridge in all existence, isn't it? And it's not a good look for United. He hasn't performed well this season. He's just been shite. Time to go for Harry Maguire at the club. Not just from the team, not just from the captaincy. I say, get him out. I say, get him sold in the summer. Obviously, there's nothing we can do now. But United, in my opinion, just need to realise yes, we've made a mistake here. We paid far too much money for him. He's not the player we thought he was. And it's time for him to part ways. I honestly do believe that. Now, you might think, that's doesn't make sense from a business point of view, but does it make sense to keep somebody at the club who's just going to turn out to be Phil Jones 2.0, sat on the sidelines driving his fucking Lambo to work or whatever it is he's got, probably a fucking big transit van with that slab, I don't know, but driving whatever to work, getting paid 180k a week to do piss all, because I still think next season United need to address the centre-back problem. We have to look at who we can pair with Rafael Varane, who's going to be a world-class centre-back pairing for us, because I think we all realise that Harry Maguire's not going to be that guy. There's a few options we've got as well, at the club, Bailly, Lindo, none of which I really think are really the answer. I like Bailly, I really rate him, but he's out injured a lot and stuff like that. And Lindelof is good, but is he aerially good enough in the battle and in the air and all that sort of stuff? He's improved a lot this season, I do believe, and I think he's a good squad player to have. But is he number one starter? Is he Rio or Vidic quality? No, he's not. The only player that is arguably Rio or Vidic quality would be Rafael Varane by the standards that he set throughout his career. Not necessarily at United right now because the team's been doing shite. But for the standards that he's set throughout his career and what he's won and the success that he's had, he's the only centre-back or the only defender really that you could say is of that standard. And so what we need to do is get somebody who can partner him and create some sort of formidable centre-back pairing that can be compared to the likes of Rio and Vidic. Because right now, you might as well compare them to the Chuckle Brothers. Hey, thank you, Nathan Best, for getting in here raw with a £5 super chat, mate. Appreciate you, dude. Guys, everyone, we're nearly at 100 likes. We've got 74 likes. Bacon Brigade, assemble! Please do smash that thumbs up button. Boost us up there on the algorithm. Help us compete with the clickbait merchants and the corporation channels. Smash that like. Get involved in the chat. And let's hear your thoughts and predictions and stuff. So we got a lot of predictions. 1-1 says Christian. 2-1 says Berber. 2-1 says Scott Mac. A lot of people in the preview show earlier that was on the channel from the fans outside of Old Trafford was saying 2-1 as well. 0-0, Frustrator says Bell6991. 2-2 says Madhouse. 2-1 says Connor. 3-0 says Vincent. 1-1 says Johnny. There's a lot of people not feeling too optimistic about the game, and I do get that because we have been shite. We have been proper shite. Nathan Best, lad, thank you very much for getting in here with that. He says, it's more about seeing out the game against Southampton. You saw against Spurs, the Saints can easily turn up. Also, Ward-Prowse is very dangerous. Thank you so much for your comment there, Nathan Best, in your super chat. Can we get a soo in the live chat, please, there for Nathan? Thank you so much, Nathan, you Don. Yes, mate, I could not agree more. You know, we do it. The most important thing is getting the win. You know, they are a good team and they're in good form. They're mid-table. You know, they're 10th in the league right now. They're doing okay, aren't they? And their form is good. Ward-Prowse, as you say, is a dangerous mother chuffer. Don't give away a free kick outside the box. You know what I mean? Just don't do that. You know, if Harry Maguire plays, he's going to be giving away some free kicks. But anyway, let's just talk about Harry for a second. Let's just talk about the centre-back position for a second. I'm going to get a poll up in the live chat, and it's just going to say centre-back partner, question mark. And I just want to know, for the game tomorrow, Bailly's not in. So I'm going to just say, you know, who should partner Raphael Varane? Maguire, Lindelof, or Jones? Those are the only options, I believe, that are all fit and available right now for centre-back that we've got. Yeah, let's go with that. So get your thoughts in there. I've put the poll in the chat, so do have a cheeky little vote on that. It's always interesting to see what you guys think. Me personally, if I had to vote there, well, it's Lindelof or it's Jones. It's definitely not Harry Maguire. Definitely not Harry Maguire based on just his form and how gash he is. You know what I said after the last game? I said something a little bit, you know, I was hot-headed. I was angry that we'd lost to Burnley, and I said something maybe I regretted, but then again, maybe I don't. And what I said is this. If Ralph Rangnick selects Harry Maguire tomorrow as captain, starting in the team, then I'm fucking Rangnick out. That is what I said, and I kind of realised the next day after saying it that, you know, he hasn't had that much time. He's only had a couple of months, blah, 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 blah. Someone else gave him the captaincy. But I just feel like, you know, him giving the nod to Harry Maguire here, what it's doing is sending the wrong message to everybody. It's sending the wrong message to the players, the fan base, but, you know, particularly for the team, like we are just accepting these gash levels at this club, and it doesn't matter if you make an absolute fucking howler week to week and you're terrible for Manchester United, you're still going to play just because you've got a big slab and you're a big name. It's BS. So I think from that point of view, Rangnick has to be strong on this one tomorrow. He's got to make the key decision. It is a tough decision. You know, I think it has to happen behind the scenes, and I don't think it has. That's what I'm going to say. I think there's still a very good chance that Rangnick selects Slabby Maguire as captain tomorrow. And if he does, that's just something that I cannot get behind. No, I want to get behind him, and I want to get behind the team, but when we're accepting those cash levels and those standards, I can't get behind that. We should be having somebody represent this club who's proven over the last couple of seasons, or certainly recently, that they are a good standard player. They can do it on a more consistent basis. They have what it takes to be a leader. You know, maybe they drag the team forward, or they rally the troops, or they affect the game in positive ways. They reach a certain standard most of the time. Somebody like Bruno Fernandes would be fantastic. Even Raphael Varane or Cristiano Ronaldo, to me, is the perfect choice because he's the ultimate leader. Even if he is old, he's not going to be permanent club captain for years and years. For now, for this season, we need somebody to galvanise the troops and lead from the front, or lead certainly by example. And I'm not saying he's been amazing recently either, because he's not. But in terms of who's a candidate to be captain at Manchester United, there's no comparison. Harry Maguire is a shadow of a player compared to the likes of Ronaldo or even Bruno. So, yeah, hashtag Maguire out, guys. And if Ralph Rangnick selects Maguire tomorrow, it's just not something that I can feasibly get behind from a manager point of view. Like, I can't deal with it. I don't want to see this guy play for United anymore. He's clearly not the standard. He needs to be dropped. He needs to be sold. But if he's being selected, if he's being played, he's likely to make errors. And if he doesn't make an error tomorrow and it's one of those games, that doesn't change my opinion in the slightest. I've been talking about this guy for what seems like years now, that he's not reached the standard, that he's not up to the level, that every week he's making a fucking error, or every other week at the very least, because it's true and it continues to happen. And if Ralph Rangnick cannot see that, even though he's only been in here for a short time, he's, I'm sure, analysed the team season before he even has got here for the job. He's analysed the team season. He's seen the performances that Harry Maguire put in under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which cost him his fucking job, if you ask me. You know, Harry Maguire is one of the biggest reasons why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked, because Harry Maguire kept making gas-tastic fucking errors. Even his last game, got himself fucking sent off. Cost us the game. Was an absolute... Did he get sent off? But he was garbage anyway. In a lot of games for most of the season long. So Ralph Rangnick knows what Maguire's form is like this season. So I don't understand the real reason for selecting something like that. Cool Homie says Maguire out. Oh, Busy says Slab out. Yeah. 7 likes away from 100 likes. We're getting there. Come on, let's be having you. Gungshi, what's going on, man? He says, not sure about Bruno. He's passionate, but also chaotic at times. Still a great asset, though. Hey, fair point, Gungshi. Any fair point? I mean, what I like about Bruno is, you know, he seems to relish being captain. I think there's a couple of different types of people when you give them an armband. There's people that relish it, and there's people that shrivel up like a ball bag in the cold sea. And Slabby Maguire is that type of player where maybe if he didn't have the armband, there'd be less pressure on him. He's not leading the team out at Old Trafford with all this pressure and all this extra added, you know, oh, don't make an error, otherwise the whole fucking fan base is going to come down on you like a ton of bricks. You know, I think he doesn't deal well with that sort of a pressure, having the leadership role at the club. I think he'd be better off just being, you know, a player in this squad. Whereas Bruno Fernandes, when I've seen him, the few times, you know, that he's taken the armband, it seems like his bollocks grow. You know, he turns into a better player. He turns into a more determined player. He turns into more of a leader. And so I think there's different personalities react differently to having that armband. It's only a piece of material on your arm. But what it means mentally, what it symbolises, you know, it can be big. And so from Maguire's point of view, the armband, I don't think it helps him pressure-wise. I don't think it actually helps him to be the focal point or the captain, you know, the talisman. He's not a talisman, is he? What is he, mate? He's not a talisman, mate. He's more like a fucking lollipop man. Mate, and if he was a lollipop man, it'd probably be about 2 children run over every single fucking week, mate. Because he's too slow. You know what I mean? Like, that's my problem with Slabby. What a shit lollipop man he'd be, actually. Fucking hell. Anyway, so, in terms of, like, you know, he's just shit, isn't he, guys? Come on. He's just absolutely shit. We've gone over this time and time again, countless times this season. I'm sick and tired of the sight of the guy. Never mind talking about him. I think United need to make the decision. Ralph needs to make the decision. Please, Ralphie. Please, I'm asking you. Please drop Slabby Maguire from the team. Give Lindelof a nod. Give Phil Jones a nod. Give anybody a nod alongside Raphael Varane, because it'll be better for the performance of the team more than likely. Don't understand what he's expecting to see if you know, if Manchester United do select him tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to get into the rest of the news for the preview and stuff here. Then let's just get into the team news here really quickly, guys. So, or not the team news, sorry. In terms of the team match facts, so Manchester United have been unbeaten in 11 meetings since a 1-0 home defeat in January 2016. So that bodes well. Southampton lost this fixture in February last season, 9-0. If you remember, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's lads absolutely trouncing them in our biggest result for fucking ages. And they've won just 2 of their 22 Premier League away games at Old Trafford. Manchester United have earned a Premier League record 36 points from losing positions against Southampton, which is interesting. So we come back from behind more so against them than anyone else. In terms of home games, we are unbeaten in 23 home league matches in February since losing 2-1 to Man City in February 2008. That's in February, by the way. Note the word in February. So it's a short month. It's a short month, you know what I'm saying? They have only scored 9 goals in as many league games at Old Trafford. United's failure to score in 4 home matches this season is already more than in the entirety of the 2021 season. That doesn't sound good, does it? We're failing to score. We're struggling. We're misfiring. It's clear to see the confidence just doesn't seem to be there in front of goal. Even players like Cristiano Ronaldo don't have their shooting boots on. Bruno Fernandes has been directly involved in 5 goals in his 4 league appearances against Southampton, scoring twice and assisting 3. Ronaldo has gone 5 appearances without a goal in all competitions. His most recent longer run without a score in a club level was 7 games from December 2008 to January 2009. So, you know, it has happened before, but it's worrying, guys. He's got to get his shooting boots on tomorrow and hopefully get a cheeky couple of soos by the end of the game. Okay, so the Saints are trying to win consecutive league matches for just the second time this season, while it's 15 months since they earned 3 straight victories in all competitions. They are doing very well, though. You know, they've got a 12-match run, but they've got a 12-match run without a clean sheet in the Premier League. So it's currently the longest in division. So I'm expecting goals from Manchester United. Come on. The only opponents that Ralph Hasenhüttl has never beaten in the Premier League are Manchester United and Cardiff City. Anyway, right, there's just some head-to-head stats for you there, guys. I thought they made for interesting reading. So there's a story on Manchester Evening News tonight just saying Cristiano Ronaldo and Paul Pogba to start. They've put a predicted lineup on there. I do agree with that. I think that it's got to be Ronaldo up top instead of Cavani for tomorrow. Get him in there, get him scoring again, get his confidence up, at least give him a chance. Cavani didn't offer us much last time. Who would you start at the top of the pitch, guys? Ronaldo or Cavani? Now, maybe he plays the German Schwanz penis formation and he puts both of them at the top of the pitch, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be 4-2-3-1. Who do you start? Ronaldo or Cavani, peeps? Let us know in the live chat. Also, have a vote in the poll. Let us know who you would like to see start alongside Maguire. Ronaldo, says J. King. Ronaldo, says Berber. 105 likes, says Haroni. Get in there, my son. Come on. Baby, we did it. The live chat's got 100 likes, baby. Break out the red panties. Ronnie says Facade. Ronaldo, says David. Ronnie says Callum. Ronaldo, says Nas. Nathan says, so Ralph has never beaten United in Cardiff. Ollie is at the wheel. Exactly what I was thinking as well, Nathan. Right, we've got some quotes from Bruno Fernandes here. Bruno Fernandes says, I'm really happy with my time at the club. This is speaking on manunited.com, some interview somewhere. Anyway, maybe it was for the club magazine or just the website, but it says, I'm really happy with my time at the club. I've always said not winning a title for this club is like a nightmare because it is something that I want. 2 weeks ago, we had 2 chances, and now we have 1 chance to win a trophy. We have to fight for that and fight for our place in the Premier League to finish in the best place we can. Oh, it's been a shitter of a season. But yes, I mean, these are the sort of words that we've been obviously hearing from a lot of our players recently, but we need to see the action on the pitch. We need to see the improvements on the pitch. A lot of these guys, did you see Harry Maguire's interview post-Burnley game? Fucking twat, isn't he? It just seems like he's just shirking responsibility. He said, you know, we didn't play well as a team and stuff. Like, hang on a sec. You're the one who fucked up and made a big fat juicy error slam. Admit it! Anyway, Luke Shaw also was speaking to TalkSport. Speaking to someone, some media outlet, and he said, everything that's been written in the media isn't true because I see a completely different side of the team and with the manager inside here than what I read on the outside. He said, of course, we're still in the UEFA Champions League. A lot of people doubt us, but we have to have that belief that we can go around and win it because it's important to have that inside the dressing room and to have something to fight for. So Luke Shaw obviously saying all the right things, much better than him coming out a few weeks ago and saying, oh, we were lacking fucking motivation and stuff. You may say calling out how it is, but I personally think these guys should never be lacking motivation to play for Man United. Right, guys, before I get into the live chat and stuff, I want to talk about this. This is a story that was on ESPN earlier. And as you can see, Man United players are frustrated. This is what ESPN reported earlier. Man United players are frustrated with Ralph Rangnick's squad selection methods, with some believing his training sessions are old-fashioned. Players have also jokingly likened assistant Chris Armas to fictional football coach Ted Lasso, sources have told ESPN. He's just going in there saying, you gotta be like goldfish, guys. Goldfish got a 3-second memory. Forget. let's be goldfish, you know? But hey, you know, that sounds pretty fun to me. But in all seriousness, though, great show that, Ted Lasso, isn't it? In all seriousness, though, that doesn't sound good. I mean, I don't know where ESPN are getting this information from, but, you know, they've been told that Rangnick's this player's not happy with his training sessions and stuff like that. Doesn't sound fantastic right now. We'll have to wait and see how this team performs. I mean, if you look at how we've played over the time that he's been here, there's been some decent performances in there. There's not been the worst results, but dropping points to teams like Burnley, getting knocked out the FA Cup to Middlesbrough, if we were to get anything other than 3 points tomorrow, he's having a bloody stinker. You know, there's no other words for it. He'd be having a bloody stinker if that was the case. So I'm really just disappointed with how it's gone. You know, you don't always get the dream start with a manager. Sometimes it does take a little bit of time. But I think he's just an interim manager, guys. Honestly, do. I think we're looking for somebody else in the summer, and he's just here for the time being. Now, there is some news in regards to, not news, but there is some speculation about Manchester United being linked to Luis Enrique for a long-term deal. So United chief exec Richard Arnold wants to explore the possibility of luring Luis Enrique to Old Trafford on a long-term deal. This was reported earlier. And also reports that if United were to decide to go for Enrique and are made to wait until after the World Cup for him, they could ask Rangnick to remain in charge until December, with the German currently set to stand down at the end of the season, because obviously he's in charge of Spain, and the World Cup is obviously in December this year. So that's not good, is it? So maybe if they were prepared to wait for something like Luis Enrique, then Rangnick would stay here until December. In my opinion, it's a better option than somebody like Pochettino. I think Pochettino's just sort of proven not to really win anything. You know, okay, you know, he's going to win the French league this year, but crikey, a mop and bucket could win the French league over there in that Farmers League with that Galactico team they've got. He's got knocked out the quarterfinals of the French Cup. I mean, it just doesn't bode very well for me, having watched him manage in the Premier League as well. He is a very good coach. He is a good coach. His team was good at Spurs, you know, and he did well at Southampton, developed a team. He was good. But still, classic bottle job for winning trophies. I want somebody more proven. Luis Enrique's records are, you know, are pretty decent, you know, all with Barcelona during that spell when he was in charge. So in 14-15, he won the world's best club coach award. He won the 14-15 Champions League with Barca, 2 Spanish championships, cups, I should say. Spanish championships, 3 Spanish cups, 1 Spanish Super Cup, 1 FIFA Club World Cup winner, 1 UEFA Super Cup winner. You know, I'm not saying he's got a spread world CV over loads of different leagues, loads of different clubs, proven all over the place, because he hasn't. It's just at Barca. But he is obviously the national manager as well. And just like in terms of experiences, in terms of who could potentially be a big enough manager for the job, I suppose he would be one of the ones on the top of the list compared to the likes of, you know, Pochettino or even Ten Hag, who's at Ajax. Ten Hag has got great ability, great style about his management, and could be a good fit for Manchester United. He doesn't have the laden trophy cabinet that convinces me that they can actually win things. And I'm not saying Luis Enrique is a perfect fit either. I'm just saying there isn't really a perfect fit. Jonathan Gallagher, thank you so much for your €2 super chat, lad. Hey, Sing Games, what's going on, lad? Jonathan Gallagher says, do your words on the pitch, Bruno, not off the field. Shout out to you, Jonathan Gallagher. Much love and respect. And I agree. The time for talking is done. That goes for players like the Slab. It goes for players like Bruno and Ronaldo. You've got to turn up, do the business, and let your feet do the talking tomorrow. And smash up Southampton, put in a good display. Bruno needs to have a good game. I mean, these guys, we know what they're capable of. We know we see them. I mean, I've seen Ronaldo in the last 365 days perform unbelievably well for Portugal in a bunch of games, for Juventus, obviously, when he was still there. That's within the last calendar year. So it's not like you forget your skills overnight, guys. People were writing him off saying he's 37 now, he's done. Father time is caught up. Bullshit. Father time is catching up. Ronaldo is slowing down. Ronaldo will not stay anywhere near this level in a few years' time. That's how it works, you know. You do decline as you get older, especially at football. But he's still good enough. He's still quality enough to terrorise most defences in world football if he gets the chances and if he's confident and if he's got something, you know, if he's hungry. So, and I think it's just frustration over recent weeks, lack of confidence, which is going through the whole team. Rangnick's got to galvanise these players. He's got to galvanise Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got to come out there and be the Ronaldo that we know he can be. That clutch goat. I'm not worried about Ronaldo. I'm really not. He's gone 5 games. Big whoop. Loads of strikers have a little blip here and there. He'll get bang on tomorrow and score himself a goal or two. And then I think after that, he'll go on a decent run because he's a top-class player. And as long as the team's playing well around him as well, I don't really envisage a problem him putting the ball in the back of the net a lot of times between now and the end of the season. And what I'd say is, people say, oh, we can't play with Ronaldo. We can't play with him in this team. I say bullshit. I actually look at the last couple of games. Personally, I believe that Ronaldo, his overall play was not the worst in terms of his movement. He actually had a lot of good chances, you know. He didn't take any of them. That Middlesbrough game was a shocker. He's had 3 or 4 really great chances. He's fucking bottled them all, hasn't he? And then when he came on the pitch in the last game as a sub, he's had a couple of headers, half chances or whatever, not really got them under control. But other than that, you know, you're talking about the movement, you're talking about the positioning, you're talking about getting into these areas and having these chances. That's all still there. That's all still there. His movement's great. He's hungry. He's making the moves. He's making the runs. It's just the fact that, you know, maybe he's not doing as much for the team because he's older, you know, can't put in the movement, he can't put in the sheer legs that he used to maybe. But in terms of like actual in the key moments, he's still dangerous. So I've got no issues about him. The reports from the Daily Star today that Ronaldo's planning showdown talks with his agent about his Man United future. Well, we'll have to see, won't we? I don't think anything's going to happen now. It will be in the summer. If United finish 6th, Ronaldo's not got long left in his career. He's not going to sit around, you know, in a transitional period for United. He wants to go out there and win some trophies, and I don't blame him because he's got the ability still to play for a top team and win trophies. And if that's not going to be at Man United, it's very sad, but I wouldn't begrudge him moving on in the summer if that's what he wanted to go and do, because at United, he's, you know, at the moment, unless we win the Champions League, it's not looking likely we're going to add any silverware anytime soon. We have to get top 4 this season, I think, to lure the quality talents in the summer window that we want, and to keep hold of a player like Cristiano Ronaldo too, because he wants to be playing in the Champions League. And some of you guys and gals out there seem to be writing off Ronaldo and just being a little bit ungrateful, I think. Now, we've got one of the greatest players of all time here back at the club. We all wanted this. The moment he left for Real Madrid, I wanted Ronaldo back at Manchester United. We all wanted this. He's back. He had a good start to his Man United second career here as well, scoring goals. The team has gone off a fucking cliff, and he's gone off the fucking cliff as well with the team. Let's not all blame Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's get behind him. Let's support him for the GOAT that he is, and understand that, you know, writing off Ronaldo is probably one of the stupidest things you can do, because he's silenced the critics and you know, silenced the doubters too many times to fucking name. So in regards to Ronaldo, he's my GOAT. Let's get some GOAT emojis in there and a cheeky little soo. Can't wait to see this guy smashed in a couple of goals against the Saints tomorrow. Come on. Owen Thorne, mate, at Juventus, I believe he scored, was it 29 goals in 31 appearances? Not bad. That was last season. Not bad. He's not done that sort of form for United at this moment in time. But actually, I was going through his stats the other day, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, no, I'm not wrong, actually. But he scored 14 goals and got 3 assists in 25 appearances in all competitions for Manchester United so far. Does that sound like truly awful form to you? I don't think that's too bad, especially considering the team's been absolutely shite. 14 goals, 3 assists in 25 appearances. I believe that's it. Let me double check, because I'm doubting myself now, because it almost sounds too good. It almost sounds too good, doesn't it? Because he has been kind of shite recently. But let's just have a look, right? Cristiano Ronaldo's stats. Let's have a look at these stats for this season, current season. Okay, so in all competitions for Manchester United, 25 appearances, 14 goals, 3 assists. That's a goal contribution of 17 goals in 25 appearances. A couple of those appearances have been coming off of the subs bench and stuff like that. There's games for us where he's clutched some amazing winners in the last moments in the Champions League and other games as well. So 14 goals in 25 games is not a cause for panic for me. It's really not. It's for him, by his standards, it's a very low ebb. But, you know, if we actually analyse it a bit further, though, the Premier League form is not quite as good. So 19 appearances in the Premier League, only 8 goals and 3 assists. Still a contribution of 11 goals, goal contributions in 19 appearances in a struggling team, in a struggling period for United. It just shows you what a fucking good player he still is, though. Even when he's struggling, even when the team's struggling, he's still, scoring every other game at least and getting a couple of assists. Now, in regards to the Champions League, this is the competition that is all about Ronaldo. He is Mr. Champions League, and he's played 5 times for United this season in the Champions League and scored 6 goals. People forget what he did for us earlier on in the season in the Champions League. He really did save us, really did help us in the Champions League. He played once in Serie A in 2021-22, no goals. And he played once in the FA Cup, no goals. So, in terms of, it's 14 goals and 3 assists and 25 appearances for Man United since he's come back. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. We need him to do better in the Premier League. We need to start seeing him scoring. But people writing him off are foolish, in my opinion. He is still amazing. He's still got a lot to offer this club. And this season, I expect him to I expect him to start banging in the goals. I really do. But that depends on a whole bunch of factors, such as Ralf Rangnick getting the best out of this team, such as this team of prima donnas actually performing, such as Ralf Rangnick maybe having the cojones to make a key decision, like dropping a slabby human being like Maguire and putting somebody else in there. Let's see. It does hinge on a lot of different factors. Right, okay. Hey, thank you so much there, Gungshi, for getting in here, my friend. Get in there, you bloody Don. Thank you, everyone, for being in here as well. Sorry, I've been rambling on here, haven't I? There's over 200 legends in here. Guys, drop that thumbs up button on the stream. Let's hit 150. Smash that subscribe button if you're new. We want to hear from you guys. If you are new to the channel, we're here every single day giving you more or less. I was ill yesterday, giving you the latest news and information on all the latest goings on at the club, all the latest opinion, all the latest fan reactions, predictions, and all the latest news. So make sure you get yourself subscribed. Click the like, click the bell icon as well so you get notified when we post and go live. That's the one that looks like Luis Suarez's face, the little bell end icon. Click the little bell end, and then you'll get a notification when we post and go live. Gungshi, thank you so much. He says, Ronaldo is still the GOAT. Come on, let's get some GOAT emojis in there for Cristiano Ronaldo. Thank you so much, Gungshi, for that, bro. And I agree, I agree, you don't lose it overnight. Yes, you do decline, and there is going to be a decline like this over the next few years for Ronaldo. That's how it goes, man. When you get to 41 or 40, keeping up with these whippersnappers, top-tier level football, crikey, no matter how good, your movement is and your finishing is, which it still will be, his, in his football brain and everything, his ability to score headers and all that wouldn't leave him overnight. But just his overall fitness, his sharpness, his quickness, his stamina, all the rest of that's going to be affected, which means he's going to be a worse player overall. That will happen, but it's not going to fall off a cliff like this. It's not going to wake up one day, oh no, I've forgotten how to play football. No, he's going to have a slow decline over the next couple of years. Remember, this guy is still physically an absolute specimen. He has got the physiological age of somebody 10 years younger than the guy. He certainly looks like it anyway. I mean, he's built like a fucking Adonis. So, and he definitely takes care of himself more so than almost any athlete I've ever known of. I don't think he puts anything into his body that's not just 100% healthy fuel for him. I think he's super professional in those terms. So he will go on and still, for this season or next season, still be an asset to whichever club he's playing for. I just hope that he starts firing for United, and it's for United, obviously. Hey, Zayn Miassi, thank you for getting in with your super sticker of the mug full of wine. I appreciate that. Come on, get in there. Can we get a soo in there for Zayn Miassi and Gungshiliani? Thank you so much, bro. Big God Bob, what's going on? 14 Brazo and Thorn as well, everyone. We are going to have a big Q&A at the end, so sorry, I know I'm rambling a bit here, but we are going to get into the live chat of a big Q&A. Hey there, Mick Scott. Yeah, we'll be doing FIFA tonight, man. It's going to be a short one, though, because obviously United game is on pretty fucking early tomorrow. Primot, what's going on? Zayn Miassi with another super sticker there of a pom-pom man. Give me a soo in the live chat there for Zayn Miassi, guys. Thank you so much. Joe Pringle says, Ronaldo the GOAT, Maguire the donkey. Well, Maguire does sort of remind me of one of those donkeys that sort of, I don't know, carting coal or something. Or have been sent off to the glue factory to just fucking cart stuff around, because he's got the pace of a donkey carrying a fucking chariot of coal, if you ask me. He's very slow, this man. Now, he is a bit of a donkey at the back for United. He does let us down. His defending, I would describe it as eccentric. I'd also describe it as slow as fuck and just complete liability. That's all he is at United, is a liability these days. Just quickly, guys, before we get into the live chat for the Q&A, little bit of an update here on Amad Diallo. So Fabrizio Romano 5 hours ago said Manchester United have not changed their original plan on Amad Diallo. He's part of a future project. Rangnick also happy with his potential Rangers loan, considering the best option before coming back in June. Man United did spend heavy amounts of money on this guy as well. But in terms of the future, just a little bit more of an update there. He's obviously got plans for him in the future. He's a young player. He's on loan at the moment, getting experience. It probably didn't make a lot of sense after what happened with Greenwood and getting rid of Martial, and but he is there and he's developing there. So just a little update there. We thought we'd bring it to you. There it is. Also, very quickly before I get into the chat, just a quick roundup of some very short transfer news. Thank you to Rush Mano for sending these across through the show. Rush Mano, you in the chat? What an absolute don. Thank you very much for sending. He said, so Mauricio Pochettino will push for Manchester United to try and sign Harry Kane should he become the next club's manager. That's from Jason Burt from The Telegraph. Bit of a speculative story there. I personally don't want Poch. And if he does come, I bet you he does sign Harry Kane, in all fairness. If he does come, Harry Kane's want away from Spurs, I could see us heading up with Slabby Kane, which is not ideal. I think he's good, though. I would take Kane. I'm not going to lie. I think he's a proven finisher in the Premier League over the last however many seasons. Proven. But at the same time, Poch I don't want. And Kane just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to fit right for me anyway. Man United are favourites to sign Benfica striker Darwin Núñez this summer. Some reports coming out in Portugal. I don't really know too much about this guy or anything about him, but apparently some links with Benfica striker Darwin Núñez. Also, Yuri Tielemans does not want to sign a new contract at Leicester and wants to leave the club in the summer. Reports are that Manchester United are, one of the options for him and would be interested in talking to him in the summer. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on there. But I really hope that that's true, and I hope that Tielemans doesn't sign a new contract at Leicester, runs his time down in the summer. Obviously, his value will be a lot less because his contract will be running out in a year. And United could put a reasonable offer in. You might get him for 30 or 40 million pounds, and we could sign him up. That's what I'm hoping happens. Right then. Okay, so time to get into the live chat, guys. If you're just joining us, quick rundown then. Manchester United versus Southampton tomorrow. Here is a predicted lineup here. And Ronaldo, Rashford, Bruno, Sancho, McTominay, Pogba, Telles, Lindelof, Varane and Dalot. Telles could easily not play. Shaw's fitter. Telles has just come back from isolating. Lindelof I've put in there instead of Maguire because let's face it, Maguire's absolute shite. But there's every possibility that Ralph Rangnick completely bottles it and selects Slabbington Maguire at the back. So we'll wait and see in those regards. And that's basically the news, guys. So I'm going to get into the live chat now. Everyone drop that thumbs up, smash the subscribe so you can chat in the live chat and have your say. Do get involved. We want to hear from you, everyone. Ozzy Gamola, how you doing there? Johnny Gallagher, Malps, Alka Mahmoot, Bell691, Joe Pringle, Madhouse, Big Ball Bazza, Chris Burns, Madhouse again, Bell691, Jarvis Cocker, Kurt Zuma's Cat, Zayn Miassi, Mark Wallace, Sin Games, Kingface, Unknown, Facade, Chris Burns, The Bristolian Mackham, Batata United, 21 Nick P, Angelo Rizzo, Naz786, Malps, Primot, Sin Games, where are you? Let's be having you. It's Q&A time, peeps. Get in the live chat, have your say, and remember, do chuck a cheeky little thumbs up on the vid. It's free to do, and drop that subscribe so you can chat. You only need to be subbed for 1 minute to get involved in the chat. Let's do this. I'm going to get rid of that poll now. Let's see what the results are on the poll so we can see the chat better there. Right, okay, so we asked the question, which was centre-back partner for Raphael Varane. We're just assuming that Raphael Varane plays in that game. And I asked you who should partner him tomorrow, Maguire, Lindelof or Jones. Interestingly enough, 14% of the live chat think that Harry Maguire should still be featuring in the game. But only 14%. Harry Maguire, when in third place, a whopping 30% of people would like to see Phil Jones start in the game. That's a significant amount more people than would be interested in Slabby Maguire. And then the number one pick for tomorrow, 57% of the live chat vote, 252 votes. Thank you everyone for voting. Suggest that Victor Lindelof is the one to go for there. Victor Lindelof. And I would have to agree. I think Lindelof's actually had a pretty decent season for United so far. He's probably one of the most improved players based on how gash he was last year and how comparatively solid he has been this year. So for me, Victor Lindelof, is definitely the nod. But if not Victor, then Phil Jones way ahead of Slabby Maguire for me, just based on that one game he had for us, the passion that he showed, and the performance that he put in, I thought was better than what we've seen from Slabby for most of the season. Thank you, Fussard. Get in there, Sin Games 142. Nice. Ban them 14%, says Joe Pringle. Jones for the memes, says Drew Who. You clicked Maguire by mistake, Pig, says Sin Games. Man, I reckon that's what the 14% of votes is made up for. Just people accidentally slipping on the mags. You think we're going to draw versus Southampton, says Jonathan Gallagher? Oh, mate. Just imagine after the run that we've had if we actually don't get the 3 points tomorrow. That'd be, we were lucky the other day. Spurs obviously shat the bed, didn't they? And lost to Southampton. Otherwise, they would have made a real advantage of that game in hand on us. Thankfully, we actually made up a point on them. So that was good. But the rest of the teams, obviously Arsenal still in the mix, still games in hand. Man United have to win our games, especially against these teams that we should be beating. And especially at home at Old Trafford. There's no good excuse not to batter Southampton tomorrow. So Slabhead says, King faces, who is Kurt Zuma's cat? Who knows? It's probably you. Mount says, seriously, if Maguire starts, I might not tune in. Mate, fair play to you. I can't get behind that selection, mate. If Ralph Rangnick does it, he's lost his mind, in my opinion. He's lost his mind if he selects Slabby Maguire. And maybe there is a legit clause in the contract to say that this ex-Hull City melt has to start every game or something if he's fit. Because I can't see a logical explanation as to why on God's green earth would you give Harry Maguire the nod tomorrow. Slab should be sold, says David Bezin. Robin says, Maguire householders beware of the slab notice at the front door. You'd start Hydera instead of McTominay, says Madhouse. If only we signed a midfielder in the window. Mark Wallace says, Lindelof's passing will help the link play to tap Paul Pogba and Bruno. Great shout, Mark Wallace. Lindelof's a great pass for the ball, mate. I totally agree. I think he can play it out from the back. He's very satisfying with those long balls over. Sounded a bit wrong, didn't it? But you know what I mean? Those long balls are very satisfying. United beat Southampton with a record 9-0 victory last season, but a repeat result looks unlikely. To say the clopping least, says Big God Bob. I agree, Big God Bob. That was a great victory last year. And we were absolutely buzzing our tits off after that one last year. But can't imagine we're going to replicate that at all tomorrow. Just want to see a good victory. Just want to see a good result. Just want to see a controlled game. And actually some nice goals and some decent performances. And I'd love to see Ronaldo score. I'd love to see Bruno have a really good game. And Pogba run the show. These are the things. I want to see our big players play big. Yeah, Amit Kumar says the 14% all by mistake. Some of the younger players should get a run out, maybe, says Joe Pringle. Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, people like Alanga you're on about, Mejbri maybe. Well, I could see Alanga starting ahead of Rashford. I don't think we'd necessarily lose that much by doing so. You gladly take Phil Jones instead of the plodding fridge, says Jarvis. Haroli's face palming right now. Southampton look a decent team. They do, mate. They're in just as good a form as United. 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss over the last 6 Premier League fixtures. Same form as United. So, we're coming up against a decent team here. Lindelof isn't strong enough, says Jonathan Gallagher. One of my only major concerns about him is his ability to battle in the air, physically. Getting up there, strength-wise, height-wise, jumping-wise, all that kind of stuff that Varane and Maguire are actually good at. Varane in particular. That is one of Mags' strengths, is his big slabby ability to get up and get that big gravitational pull going, to get that dome on it. G-Wolf United Gaming, how are you doing? I'm doing all right, mate. How's you going, my man? Thank you so much for joining. What's good? Oh, not 9, but 1-0 will be enough, says Matata. True, more about the result importance than the result and performance, I should say. Piggy, did you say that you're Ralph out if Maguire starts tomorrow, says Nas 76? I mean, I wouldn't say it's as clear-cut as that. But, I did say that after my last game reaction because I was angry. It was not as clear-cut as that. Of course, it depends what happens over the next couple of months, really, if we're being totally honest, doesn't it? He's likely going out in the summer, so what's the point of saying Rangnick out anyway? They're not going to appoint another manager between now and the end of the season. It's almost fucking March. He's going to be here until the end of the season, and if he's shite, he'll just walk and go into that consultancy role, and we'll get somebody else in. So, it's not even any point saying Rangnick out, because he's not going to get sacked, and... But just in terms of, if you're asking me, Will I be Rangnick out if he selects Maguire tomorrow? I mean, sort of, mate. Yeah, because I just can't understand it. If he's stupid enough to select Mags, I just can't get behind that sort of decision or mentality, in all fairness. So there you go. I mean, if I was manager, I know it would cause some issues. I know it might ruffle a few feathers. I know it might upset a few prima donnas who 180 grand a week and might make them cry. I know it might upset a few people, but I would strip Harry of the captaincy. I would put him aside. I wouldn't be horrible about it. I'd just say, look, we have to admit you haven't been putting in the performances and you've been making errors. I have to drop you from the team. And because we're dropping you from the team, we've got to take the captaincy. You can't have the captain's armband on the bench, mate. We've got to take the captain's armband and give it to Bruno or give it to Ronaldo. And that's what we're doing. And I'm sorry, go and have a cry in the corner, and man the fuck up. And if anybody else has got a problem with that, England friends, any of your England teammates are pissed off about that, come see me. That's really the way it's got to be. You've got to address the team. You've got to say, we need a new approach. Obviously, the thing is with Ralph Rangnick is he himself has no obligation to play Harry Maguire. He didn't initially put his pin in Harry and say, he's my captain. That was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who did that. And I don't even think Ole would have done that if we got Bruno in the summer, in all fairness. But he gave him the captaincy, not Ralph Rangnick. Ralph Rangnick doesn't have to stick with him. He's got no loyalty to Harry Maguire, really. He's not his player. He's adopted this new team for a short-term interim managership. And this is who he's got at his disposal. If he thinks that he can more likely win a game by selecting any centre-back other than Harry Maguire, then he should do it. He shouldn't just play somebody based on their name, their reputation, how they do in an England shirt, or whatever other factors there may be at the club, such as wages, transfer fees, or these other factors that for some reason seem to cause, an obligation for United to play in. Bullshit. Put that to a side. Look at it based solely on football ability, football performance, season performance over the course of this year, and make a decision based on form. That's all I want him to do. And if somebody doesn't do that, I can't really get behind them. I'm sorry to say I can't. As much as I think he's a nice guy, as much as I think some of his press conferences are refreshing in some of the things that he says and some of the information that he gives us, I also just think he's still just a puppet man for the Glazers. And if he's going to make decisions like selecting Harry Maguire in the team tomorrow, then he's clearly just off his head. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. Sort of is the answer. Zamiesi, thank you so much for getting in here raw with a super sticker. Hey guys, we're 1 like away from 150. Come on, let's have a cheeky little like spike. Thank you, Zane Miasi, for the fist bump. Give you one of those, mate. Thank you so much for the super sticker and the support there, Zane. Appreciate the hell out of you, Zane Miasi. Piggy is satisfied with his long balls, says Gungshi. Just catching up with the chat, guys. Sorry. Primo says Maguire's like a mud puddle in the alley. Just go around it. So true. So true. I want the goal difference as well. 9-0 to United, says Paul Scholes. Mr. Els, thank you so much, Mr. LS, for getting in here with your 3-month Bacon Brigade membership, lad. Come on. Highlighted member comment, guys. Let's get a hashtag 3 months in there for Mr. Els. Thank you so much for supporting this channel for 3 whole months. It's already flown by, mate. Thank you very much for being a channel member for all that time there, Mr. Els. Get in. Give it Giggsy to end of the season, says Chris Burns. He got the job at a technicality of a legend who recommended you. You are nothing. You are a fool. And you are a waste of time. Good night. Benjamin Bessemer has become a member of the Bacon Brigade. So, guys, can we welcome Benjamin back to the Bacano Brigadiers, please? He's become a member of the Bacon and Egg Brigade, my son. Guys, get your favourite channel member emoji in there to welcome Benjamin to the posse. Get in there, Benjamin Bessemer. Appreciate you, mate. Come on. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel once again, you Don. He says, evening, Piggy. I'm back. How you doing there, Benjamin, lad? Thank you very, very much for becoming a member, lad. Love to see that. Ellie, how are you doing tonight, you legendesses? Like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you so much, Ellie. Yeah, I'll say it one more time then. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be on here for tomorrow's watch-along. We're going to start around about midday. The kickoff's at 12. That's a killer for me. That's a killer for me, that is, with my body clock. But I will be up doing the watch-along, regardless of how many hours or minutes sleep that I've had. So please do tune in for it half an hour before kickoff. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell, and that way you get a notification. Big Old Bob says, Alex Teller's injured, Fred injured. Sue. Well, actually, we had an update for Rangnick earlier in regards to Tellers, and it just said basically they have to assess it after training, unless something's come out since, which I haven't seen. But the only players that he guaranteed were not fit to play tomorrow on the website was Bailly, Matic, and Fred with the COVID-19. Oh, and Mason Greenwood as well. Yeah, he's not going to be playing either, guys. Mason Greenwood's not playing either. So, yeah, it goes without saying, doesn't it? But, yeah, no Mason. No Mason. Anyway, right then, let's get back into the chat, guys. I really appreciate what a fun preview we've had tonight. Thank you so much. Still 193 you legends in here. Let's get into the chat for a few more moments. I'll stick around for 5 more minutes. And we're back on for FIFA in a bit as well tonight, so plenty more piggy action coming your way. Right. Wake up early, says Nas. I know we're going to have to. You sure you'll be pig? I think I will, Chrissy J. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do a FIFA stream for about 11:30 to about 2:30 a.m. And then I'm going to try and get myself to sleep by, 4 a.m. And then get up at, 10 or 11 a.m. That's the idea. Timmy T says, prediction. My prediction's 3-1, 2 goals from Ronaldo, 1 from Bruno Fernandes. And if Mags plays, an error from him. There you go. Bell 691's good, buddy. Get in there, Bell. Thank you so much for supporting this channel for years as well, you legend. Nashy Boy Nashers, what's up? Ian Dawn, Pig, I do worry about the fact in the summer we're going to need to sign a winger, a centre-back, 1, maybe 2 centre-mids, 1, maybe 2 strikers. Ian Dawn, we have to improve the areas that are weak. You're right. Certainly the midfield we could do with 2 players. Pogba might be on his way out in the summer as well. Matic also. Matters going. Martial might be going. You're right. We do need to sign a winger. We do need to sign a striker as well. Cavani's going to be leaving. Greenwood might be leaving a one with Scrubs. We don't know. We have to look at different options in all different positions we need to strengthen. I think we do need a centre-back, like you say, as well. Even though we've got a handful, none of them are top standard that we deserve at United that are anywhere near. We talk about Vidic and Rio, but I look at that as a partnership. And I would take John O'Shea and Wes Brown right now, definitely compared to the site we got now. So we need to get a cemented partnership at the club. Mark B Television, what's going on, mate? The face of the fan cams says looking forward to the game. Yes, mate. I believe you predicted 2-1 in your prediction video as well. Oh, get in there, Saint Miassi. Let's go. Super chat. It's from Saint Miassi, guys. Fucking hell. 44.99 from Zane. Appreciate that one, man. Thank you very much, Zane. Thank you very much, lad. Everyone's favourite Arsenal scummer getting in here raw with that one. And he says, Gabriel and White levels above a fridge and Varane. We will finish and stuff you Northerners at the Emirates. I heard you ran out of pies at Old Trafford. Plenty of pies at the Emirates to comfy eat after you lose. Fair enough, Sammy Assey. Yeah, if you want to pay about £7.80 for it for those fucking pretentious North London prices, mate, and yeah, we can have a pie for £7. But no, to be honest, Zane, what an embarrassment that is. I know. The fucking, can you get any hot food at an announcement during the game? Oh, by the way, there's no food at halftime. What? Get Baron in the back and whip up some sandwiches, No, apparently what it was is, Mark B actually told me this, about, what was it? Something about the Wi-Fi was not working at the ground and all of their registers or something, their card machine or something works off the Wi-Fi. And so they couldn't actually ring up this food and stuff. You know what a club like United should do in that instance, really? Is fucking give it away. Give it away. We don't need to bring ink and paper into this. We don't need a transaction. Just fucking, you've bottled it. You've not held up your end of the bargain of feeding the thousands of people in your facility here. Fucking give them a sarnie. Give them a pie. You know what I mean? Like, you can take the hit, but no, we'll just fucking make everyone starve instead, What a shit show. Zayn Miassi, thank you very much for that, dude. I wonder what the pies are like at the Emirates. How much is a pie at the Emirates? Who's got the most expensive pie? That's what I want to know. Come on, there's got to be somebody well-travelled out there who's gone to all the football grounds. Who's got the most expensive pie? I'm going to say that Arsenal's got to be up there. I was embarrassing mind Old Trafford electrical fault. Yeah, something like that, Mouse. What a joke, mate. There was no food and no beers due to a technical issue with the tills. They claim to give it all away for free, the food, but we didn't see anyone get anything. Yeah, so Mark B told me that as well. He was at the ground, obviously, doing the fan camps, and he said that, he was there for ages after game, and apparently they're going out after trying to give people food and stuff. He said he didn't see any of that either. So, I don't know, a bit of fucking PR propaganda here from the tight bastards, I reckon. Per Plus, what's going on, Per Plus? Spot on, thank you, Madhouse. Maguire is slower than a larder full of elephants going up hill, says Jarvis Cocker. MUFC says, I'm back from football. Hey, MUFC fan, what's going on, my man? £8 a pie, surely at the Emirates. That's what I was thinking, Mouse. Benjamin Bessemer, with a £10 super chat. Get in there. Can we get another Sue in the chat? Guys, we're only 30 likes from 200. We've got to get 200. Smash that thumbs up if you haven't done. He says, how you doing, mate? This for me is 100% the best United community in the world. Also, mate, my prediction, 3-0 if the lineup is correct, but 3-2 if Slab is playing. Which is going to happen. I'd like to put an extra asterisk on my prediction as well. My prediction's 3-1 with that lineup. And if Maguire's playing, it's exactly the same as you, Benjamin. I reckon he will be responsible solely for one conceded goal on his slabby own. I totally agree with you, Benjamin Bessemer, mate. Thank you very much for a £10 super chat, Benjamin. Give me a sue in the live chat for Benji there. Nice one, mate. And I agree with you. I mean, I would say that because I'm biased. But I do believe this is an amazing community, and what I like about this community is everybody gets the opportunity to have their say. Everyone gets the opportunity, more or less. Obviously, can't read all the comments out, but we don't differentiate from members or super chats or whatever. Thank you so much for that, Benjamin, you legend. JB, well, we have to read all the super chats because otherwise it'd be rude, but you know what I mean. JWB says Brighton have the best. I know that much, says JWB. Oh, fair play, they've got the best pie, have they? Connor Matthews says Arsenal, or £7 for a pie and a drink. At the moment, it's supposed to be Watford. £8.50 a pie, Vincent Bullock at Watford. They're taking a piss, mate. I hope that's a fucking big family-sized pie that I can cut into 8 fucking slices for fucking £8.50, son. They are taking the piss. No way. Mate, if they brought out even a fucking pucker pie for £8.50, I'd fucking chuck it right back in their face, mate. £8.50 for a pie. Pull the other one. Nah, that's crazy. Livingston do a lovely pie, says Bell. Hi there, Hesam Rasoli. No pies at Arsenal, only Walmart crap, says Mark Wallace. Probably Chelsea for the expensive pie, says Uncaged Squid. Big God Bob with a £2 super chat, says Zane. I see the property investor job's paying well. Big God Bob, thank you for the £2 super chat there, my son. Get in there. Rushmano, you legend. Get in, says new striker incoming. Rushmano, I hope you're right, mate. In the summer, yes, it's got to be something that we address, doesn't it? We mentioned a couple of the forwards that we've been linked to, obviously. Oh shit. Hang on, sorry, I've just seen this you've sent me here, actually, Rushmano. Sorry, I was talking about the Benfica striker Darwin Núñez a little while ago. But I've just seen you sent me a new update here from Samuel Luckhurst on Twitter. Let's see what this says. Manchester Evening News reporting that United targeted a younger centre forward in the summer, with Cavani set to leave and Ronaldo now 37, and they've got a picture of Erling Haaland. I mean, we're not going to sign Erling Haaland, guys. He's not going to come to Manchester United. We're not going to win a trophy in the next year or two, realistically. Hey, look, I don't want to be negative, actually. In fact, we are going to fucking win a trophy. We're going to win the Champions League. I almost put a bet on Man United to win the Champions League yesterday, guys. I was thinking about putting a cheeky tenner on. Because you can get 20-1 or even longer odds than that. But they're fucking 20-1 odds for a reason. You know, we're not gonna win it. So I didn't, because it's just throwing a tenner away, isn't it? Let's be honest. Okay, so target a younger centre forward in the summer. Cavani set to leave, and Ronaldo now 37. So we'll see. Yeah, Cavani's obviously leaving. Ronaldo, we're going to have to get a striker in this summer. Haaland being linked, but I don't see how we can pull that one off, to be honest. Nor should we necessarily, because he wants like 500-600 grand a week, and his agent's a complete pie finger and melt. Speaking of pies, the pies that Mino Riada buys are fucking £25 a pie, mate. Benjamin says, by the way, mate, the YouTube channel Smith is the best place in my opinion. Oh, fair play, Benjamin Besser. I'm not too familiar with that one, but thank you so much. I'll check it out. Get in there. Can we get a cheeky little sue in there for Benjamin Bessemer, please? Get in. TJ says Maguire's slab head should be good in the wall at least. Nice one. Ollie, if Ollie was here, maybe we could get Haaland. Not now, though. Good point. There was a link there, obviously, with his time at Molde and the Norwegian connection. I agree, not now. Maybe if United had won the league or won the Champions League and we're up there, maybe we could convince a player like that to come right now. But we took look at the two destinations that are most likely for him. Real Madrid, which is understood to be his favoured destination. That's got to count for something. And also then Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, a record of success. If they win the league this year, I hate to say it, but that will be 4 league victories out of the last 5 Premier League seasons. That's a period of dominance. That's disgusting to hear, but it's likely to happen. And if that does happen, I mean, what sort of a pull is that for a player like Haaland? He can go and slot into Pep's team. It's already a well-oiled machine. Hope to win trophies. You know, the likeliness is just more so there than it is at a club like Manchester United right now, sadly. So, yeah, I think he's more likely to go to Real or Manchester City than he is Manchester United. I don't even think United would entertain it knowing our owners. Napalm 420 says if Poch got the job, there'd be better. We would be better getting Kane comes, and I don't want both of those donkeys. Harry Kane is coming in the summer, says Uncase Will. I don't mind him that much. I think he's a proven finisher, proven goal scorer. And you know, if you look at his record for Spurs, it speaks for itself. But yeah, not ideal. Rushmano's got a shortlist for us here. Nunez, Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, Kane, Dybala. Yes, all of these guys on the list as well. So Alvarez and Haaland, yes, please, says Connor Matthews. Gutted we didn't go in for that Alvarez. We're definitely not winning the Champions League, says Jonathan Gallagher. Never say never, but it's very unlikely, man. I wouldn't bet. If somebody said, hey, would you like to bet your left bollock on Man United winning the Champions League? There's no way I would, mate. Harry in the back, Harry in the front next summer, says Uncaged Squid. 173 likes, says Rushmano. Get in, Rushy. Keep smashing the like. Owen says Saints could only be the team take 2 points off Manchester City this season. Don't count Barca out for Haaland, says Napalm 420. If they get this big Spotify deal on the go, I suppose they could have a say in that if they're prepared to spunk the money. Jarvis says if Maguire were going any slower, he'd be in reverse. Big Cop Bob Glazers get the pies from Poundland and sell for £10 microwaved. You just reminded me of when I was a teenager, man. I was about 13. I used to go to the snooker club, right? And it was just like the little bar, and you could see the microwave through the back door, right? And so you'd buy a pie for £2.20, and they just go and get one of those shitty, you know, like those foil pies you get, like the 4-pack for £1.50 or something, and they just put it in the microwave and just put it on a plate, and that was it, mate, for £2.20. Yeah, I feel you. I'm not surprised if there's a lot of clubs that do that. G Wolf United came in. Thank you for the £2 super chat. He says, Pig, can I get a shout out to Eclipse? She says hi. Absolutely, G Wolf United. Shout out to Eclipse, which is G Wolf's daughter, right? Shout out G Wolf United and his daughter Eclipse. He's got a gaming channel, G Wolf United, and she's got a gaming channel too, Eclipse. Thank you, G Wolf United, for getting in it with your super chat, man. And thank you so much for watching there, Eclipse and G Wolf. Oh, appreciate you. Get in there, my son. Uncaged Squid says, just for the information, smash the like button, says Uncaged Squid. Aren't Arsenal pies full of arsenal? Says yeah, that's right. I think they they use arsenholers there, mate. That's what I've heard. But also, it's a fine because they give you a free drink there, mate, on the account that they just produce bottles like like they're going out of business. Pies in the microwave are awful. Pies belong in the oven. Completely agree, Marps. Completely agree. Eclipse Void says, yay, hi. Thank you, Eclipse, for getting in the live chat. Shout out to you. Bella6991, Joe Pringle, Naz, no worries, G-Wolf, thank you so much for that, and everybody else as well. I mean, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up there because I've realised the time. We've got to get on for FIFA in a bit. We've been rambling on for over an hour and 15 or whatever. So I'm going to leave this preview there. But thank you, each and every single one of you that's watched this. 220 legends still in here right now. Drop the thumbs up. Let's see if we get 200. Drop the subscribe. See you tomorrow for the watch along. We'll be on here at half an hour before the game at around about midday to watch the game. We're also going to do FIFA in about 45 minutes time. We'll be back on the channel playing FIFA Foot Champs for the evening for a short stream. So get involved with us if you are indeed around, guys. Thank you, Sing Games. The snooker hall used to go to Liverpool was crazy. Everyone smoked bud whilst playing snooker. Police turn a blind eye. Wow, interested, mate. Oh, those days are gone where you can smoke in establishments like that. That was all. A snooker hall just used to be a fucking smoky smell of beery. It was just a proper dank, dark place. These days, probably not the case, but hey. I remind you of Justin Lee Collins says, how can you what? Thank you, Fassad. Appreciate you, man. Honey Badger as well. Joe Pringle, see you tomorrow. Amit, Alka Mahmood, Chrissy J. We got a super chat here from King Faces. Why am I being suspected of being Kurt Zuma's cat? It's a joke, mate. You know what I mean? It's a fucking joke, mate. Vincent Bullock says, I'm going to match tomorrow, Pig, so I'm going to be up to 10 to 7 in the morning. The coach comes at 8:30, says Vincent Bullock. Fair play to you, mate. Well, have a great day. I hope you have a good one. Thank you, Vincent Bullock. Can we get a sue in there for Kingface, by the way? See you on FIFA in a little bit, my friends. Yep. 20 years ago, this is Sing Games. Frissy J, Fassad, Jonathan. Career mode coming back? Don't know. Good night, Eclipse. Thank you. Good night to your old man, G-Wolf, as well. Good night, Fassad, Rushmano as well. Jarvis Owen, Honey Badger, Simon Almeida, Jonathan Gallagher, Big God Bob, and everybody else. Thank you so much for tuning in. That is the end of the stream. Get your predictions in after this stream's finished. Come back after it's finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in the live chat afterwards. Have your say. Get your predictions in for the scoreline and who's going to score. And also come back and get your team selections in if you want as well. Do you think Maguire starts? Come and tell me your backline. I'll catch you in a bit. Follow us up on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And also check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. And also, guys, what I would really, really appreciate you all to do right now, there's 200 of you legends in here, right? There was a great video put on the channel earlier, which is the fan prediction show from all some fans outside Old Trafford today. Mark B, the fan cam legend, has gone and interviewed fans to find out their reaction for the last game and also predictions for the new game. It's only a 10-minute video. If you're bored, go and check it out. Here it is. And also, please do go over there and do us a massive favor on it. Boost us up the algorithm. Give us a smash of a like on that video over there. It's got 55 likes for it now. There's 200 legends watching. Let's go get that video to 100 likes. Also, go over there and subscribe. No, comment on the video as well. And watch the video. It's a good video. Get your predictions in that video too. It's a fan predictions video for the game tomorrow. So go check it out. Thank you for watching, everybody. That's it from me then. Have a wonderful night, and I'll be back tomorrow with a game and also a bit later in about 45 minutes for the FIFA action. Stay tuned, folks. Do drop a like and all that. Come back, get your comments in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and do check out that video. Here it is. I'm going to spam it again in the live chat there. Go and check that out, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you for watching, everyone. Come on, United. Got to smash up the Saints tomorrow. No excuses. Ralph Rangnick. Time for him to drop the slab, and time for Ronaldo to get his shooting boots back on, and just to see a better performance and actually get a result. We need a result. See you then, guys. Come on, United. Catch you later. Thank you, Fassad, Premot, Jarvis, Chrissy J, Sing Games, Big Up Bob, Sing Games, Rushmano, Vincent Bullock, G-Wolf, Reaper, Fassad, Eclipse Void, Chrissy, Owen Thorne, and everybody else. And this is for the members as well. Shout out to all the members on this list. This list is going to be updated very soon with the latest members as well. So please be patient with that. I'll get that added up soon. Legends, each and every one of you, thanks for watching the preview. Come back, have your say, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Come on, United! And in a bit for FIFA. Let's be having you!